All right, guys, well, I'm back today with another Generation 2 side charging upper assembly from Bear Creek Arsenal. This time it's chambered in 762 by 39. If you follow the channel, you'll know I really like BCA's products, and they always send a lot out for me to review, but I don't pull any punches. If there's something I don't like or if something doesn't work, I let you guys know about it, and that's going to be no different for this review. Overall, I'm a huge fan of this Generation 2 side charging upper assembly, and I'm really glad to get a 762 by 39 out to the channel, and I believe a lot of people are going after the 762 by 39, either in the AK-47s or in the AR platforms, because you can still find 762 by 39 ammunition, more commonly known as AK ammo. You can find this stuff on AIM Surplus. In fact, these guys are selling me ammo at cost, and they still have some in stock at the time of making this video. So that is great to start plinking with. It's a lot more affordable than other ammunition right now, and you can find it. So I believe that's kind of what's driving the rise in popularity, especially in this AR platform, especially when it comes to high value and budget uppers like this BCA side charger. With all that being said, the MSRP on this guy is $428, complete with BCG and that built-in charging handle, but they're on sale right now for $329.99. When I add it to the cart, you can see that there is a free shipping option, so for $330 with free shipping, this is a steal. Also, a lot of times BCA adds that coupon code 704TACTICAL to save you 5% off of any upper hour review. The best thing to do is go through and try that. If it doesn't work, give them a call. Sometimes it drops off. Sometimes they switch SKU numbers. But if you saw an upper I've reviewed and you want to place the order and it's not taking that code, call the number, send them an email. They'll make it right. They'll honor that code if I reviewed this upper, so you can save yourself a little bit of money that way. Now, what do you get for about $330 shipped? Well, in this case, a 16-inch full free-floated rail system, heavy profile barrel, side charging upper assembly that actually works with one caveat, and I'll talk about that in the reliability section of this review. If you're unfamiliar, 762 by 39s are always a little bit more tricky in the AR platform for a number of reasons. So I'm going to talk about some ways to enhance reliability, different types of mags to use in my experience with this particular upper assembly. Let's start from the front and work our way to the back, and then talk about its performance down at the range. So it comes standard with the A2 birdcage flash hider sitting right out the end, and the cool thing about this rail system, it seems to stop right before the birdcage flash hider, which is great if you wanted to take this off and suppress it. A lot of people aren't suppressing 762 by 39, but it is possible on this setup. The barrel itself is surrounded by this 15-inch MLOK rail system with QD slots at the front and rear, and MLOK slots all the way around, and a monolithic pick rail at the top. I really do like this setup, but I'm really glad to see they have those QD slots. It locks up really solid with 6 Torx bolts, and it's not coming loose. They've done a really good job of doing a good build quality on this particular upper assembly. Now, this is a 1-in-7 twist, 16-inch Parkerized heavy profile barrel, and I like that on an upper like this. Generally, people are getting 762 by 39s to go plink with at the range with cheaper ammo, maybe to go hunt with because they can't hunt with 223, 556 in their state. And so something like this, 200 yards and in, is going to be a great hunting rifle for deer, maybe boar, coyotes, things like that. This is going to be a great upper assembly for that, and having that more heavy profile barrel is going to extend the amount of time you can shoot without the shot stringing, and then it helps absorb the heavier recoil of the 762 by 39 over the 556. You can see this is a steel gas block that's screwed into place, and they've done a good job. I haven't had any walk loose on me. They're doing a pretty good job with that build quality on their upper assemblies. Moving along, this is the brand new Generation 2 upper assembly. If you haven't seen my other reviews, this one has actually got a pin that slides into a slot and then bolts in right here, and it doesn't rotate like their original side charging upper assemblies. It's really easy to disassemble, and if you do want to pull your bolt out for any reason, you unthread this plug in the back, and then you unscrew this, it pops right out, and then you can bolt it in. I haven't been using Loctite on this, and it still hasn't come loose, and this thing is really slick. It's got a very smooth BCG interface with the upper assembly, and this is one of their new billet uppers, which is machined really nicely, and the anodization is matching pretty good between the rail system and the upper assembly. Overall, I am a huge fan of the way you can use that side charging upper assembly. And I like these side charging upper assemblies because you can see on this side, it's completely flat. So if you're slung up on body armor, your charging handle is not poking into your chest. But it is a different way of using an upper assembly, so you'll have to get used to side charging it from this side. The other cool thing about this is if you have a scope or an LPVO, that you can really access that charging handle without the scope getting in the way. Just another benefit to a side charger. Now overall, I've kind of talked about most of the specs and features of this upper assembly, but I want to spend a lot of time on the reliability and performance section of this review. So let's dig into how it performed down at the range. Right off the bat, BCA generally recommends using brass-cased ammunition, and they guarantee accuracy with brass-cased ammunition on most of their 16-inch and up products. Now, what I want to say is you're not going to be shooting brass-cased ammo out of a 7.62x39 upper, or at least not a ton. You're probably buying this because you want to save some money and buy cheap steel-cased ammunition that you can find, and generally those have hard primers. Now, when I first took this to the range, I was getting light primer strikes. I contacted BCA and they said, yeah, we use standard firing pins in our upper assemblies. And they gave me a company that sells extended firing pins, enhanced firing pins to increase reliability. With that being said, I got a call a day later saying BCA was making the switch to enhanced firing pins in all of their 7.62x39 uppers, and they should be taking effect in about a week or two. So if you do decide to buy this right now, yours may or may not come with an enhanced firing pin. But what they did say is if you've ever bought an upper from them in the past, or if you're going to buy an upper from them now, these uppers are covered under warranty. So if you're having light primer strikes, definitely give them a call and they're going to do their best to resolve it. But they actually sent me over to a company, Black Rifle Arms, and these guys sent me over an enhanced firing pin. They sell them for about $11, and once I installed it, it completely 100% removed all light primer strikes. You can see a noticeable difference between a standard firing pin and those guys. So for 11 bucks, you can upgrade it. And you're good to go. Now, two buddies of mine grabbed these upper assemblies, and they weren't having a ton of light primer strike issues, one every 30 to 40 rounds, but that's still a little bit frustrating. So I would recommend kind of upgrading those. And then the Black Rifle Arms also sells their enhanced extra power hammer spring that even if you're getting light primer strikes, you can add this. And I believe the combination of these two is about 15 bucks. So even if you're looking at other 7.62x39 upper assemblies that you have with light primer strikes, these two items will completely resolve your issue. In fact, grabbing that firing pin has completely resolved this issue and it's been running flawlessly. That gets to my next thing with feed and function of a 7.62x39. The tapered nature of the cartridge can sometimes lead to feed issues and function issues with an upper assembly, but I can say BCA has been 100% reliable when it's come to feed and function with these 10-round mags. I gave up on 30-round mags a long time ago when it comes to 7.62x39. I just run these 10-round mags, and these are going to be the C Products mags. 10 rounds fit in there great. They're really slick and elegant for hunting, and I like using them. They're 100% functional with BCA upper assemblies, so grab a C Products mag, either the 10 or 20 rounds, and you won't be disappointed. Occasionally, when you're loading them in that 30-round mag, they can kind of get bound up. That's just the nature of the beast with this kind of tapered yet straight when it comes into the mag well. Generally, you know, an AK-47 mag bends immediately, and that helps them feed more reliably, and you can't do that with an AR-15, but BCA has done a good job of interfacing that upper with the lower and allowing it to be enhanced reliability, especially with the 10-round magazines. So in summary, this thing seems to be a very accurate upper assembly, a very reliable upper assembly once that firing pin was switched out. I'm glad to see BCA is finally switching over to the enhanced firing pin. I believe that's something they should have done a lot earlier, but they do warranty the rifle. So if you're getting light primer strikes, reach out to them or call them. And if you have another upper from another company or you just want to upgrade yours on your own, the Black Rifle Arms enhanced firing pin is insane, and for $11 that is a great upgrade, and it'll radically transform the reliability of your AR-15. I can highly recommend them. I'm also a huge fan of this upper assembly. It's going to be a test platform for a lot of optics since it's got heavier recoil than a standard 5.56, and then also because I can find ammunition, especially from AIM surplus, we're going to be running this a lot more. I'll continue to update you guys on its performance. but I really like it, especially if you don't mind maybe grabbing that enhanced firing pin. I know that's a pain. Hopefully, like I said, in a week or two, you may want to wait. They'll be included with a lot of their upper assemblies, and you can always call down and say, hey, is the upper I'm going to get including it? That's one of those things. I don't run the company. I just review their products, and I'm giving you the facts as I get them. So that is something to consider if you want to buy this now or wait a little bit. But definitely check out this company if you've already got something that you want to improve, no matter what company it's from, for those light primer strike issues on a 7.62 by 39 upper assembly. Thanks for watching, guys. Have a good one.